Obsession, now in theaters, about a socially awkward 20-something-year-old music store clerk who finds a magical one-wish willow and uses it to wish a girl he's been in love with for years to become infatuated with him. The wish works, but a bit too well. Poppin' or not? It's a big question. It's a question we ask ourselves every week. But let me search for Bucky and find out. Oh, is that you, Bucky? Okay, good. Bucky, is Obsession poppin' or ain't? Oh, highly enamored poppin'. I don't know what enamored means. Oh, wait, I do know what that means. It means to be filled with the feeling of love for. This is a classic genie out of the bottle, be careful what you wish for, monkey paw love story that turns into an eerie, slow burn horror tale. The story is very straightforward and easily fun for the filmmakers and actors to toy with. Having grown up as an awkward nerd with a number of crushes from that one girl that already put you in the friend zone before even taking a breath, I can relate to the internal struggle of sharing your feelings and the eternal fear of ruining a friendship you cherish and having that everlasting panic of being rejected. Woe is me. The protagonist of the film, Bear, played by Michael Johnston, does an excellent job at translating that struggle of shy and vocally hints at the internal despair as well. His friend Ian, played by Cooper Tomlinson, is great at trying to lead his friend away from the well with secret intentions of his own while giving some of the comedic relief to a sinister story. This movie, in fact, is comedy thriller, but definitely more of like a creepy scary movie than it is a comedy. It just has a lot of comedic moments, and he has a lot of relief in that realm. And even the other mutual friend with a secret yearning of her own, Sarah, played by Megan Lawless, only has a handful of scenes, but she does a great job at being a friend, nervous to flirt with her friend. But of course, the best acting comes from Bear's crush, the poor and truly innocent victim, Nikki, played by, and I'm sorry for mispronouncing her name, Indy Navarrete. Not only does she give a good, fun, and friendly energy for Bear to fall in love with, even though she does seem a bit kooky before the wish even transpires, Indy fucking nails the crazy, creepy, and possessive personality of a trapped soul. Yikes. Even though what transpires calls for an easily entertaining ride, the film wouldn't have worked half as well without our two lead actors. They help us care for both characters, regardless of ridiculous decision-making and general craziness. The mechanics and rules of the magical one-wish willow is fairly vague, which I kind of love. All you know is that you can only make one wish, and you can't alter or cancel it unless you die. The grand mystery of any project, especially in horror, is best left without answering all of the questions because you become more interested. Weapons did this very well with Amy Madigan's character. Without spoiling anything, this character's history is something you have to fill in the blanks on your own. But Krieger, I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name, but the director, Zach Krieger, sort of hints at what could be using only breadcrumbs without spelling it out completely. I also loved the most important rule of the One Wish Willow in Obsession. You'll have to die in order to break a wish. How does one escape exactly what they wished for? You'll have to check it out to find out. My only gripe with the film is the usual for a lot of horror films. People just don't react appropriately enough to this crazy bitch's behavior. Sure, people reach out to Bear expressing their concern for Nikki, but there is one particular scene taking place at a party where Nikki's behavior is more than erratic. It's fucking psychotic. And everyone there just stares uncomfortably. Only a group of white people would just watch a girl freak out like this, but I at least expected the only brother in the film to stand up and go, "This bitch is crazy. We need to do something." And I'm only half kidding. This is absolutely a point where someone needs to say, "Hey, Nikki, let's go outside for a second," or "Bitch, get the fuck out of my house." Now, this film was written and directed by Curry Barker, who, alongside with his creative partner, Cooper Tomlinson, playing Ian and associate produces the film, got their start with their sketch comedy channel, That's a Bad Idea, who I actually followed prior to ever hearing about this film. And I'm actually less familiar with their short films, but they have a bunch of award winners, including The Chair, Warnings, and Milk and Cereal. Short film wise, they're mostly horror shorts, and there's a bunch of others you can watch on YouTube, but there's even a few outside of horror. I know I say horror funny, including Meanwhile Outside the Bank and Striking Gold. Most of these you can watch on the internet, like YouTube. What I love about short films in general is being more connected to an isolated incident and focusing on that one incident alone, which a lot of these short films appear to do. I'll be looking forward to checking these out in the future, but props to Curry Barker for joining the crew of comedic actors, being so great with horror. He has joined the ranks of Jordan Peele with Get Out, Us, and Nope, Zach Krieger, sorry for mispronouncing your name, for Barbarian, Weapons, and the upcoming Resident Evil, and Bill Hader for his upcoming directorial debut and horror film titled They Know. That's what it's called. The tone of Obsession was creepy, and sometimes it was scary. A lot of times it was annoying because people just weren't freaking out properly. Having said that, this film has more appropriate reactions from characters compared to others. There were only a few times where I thought things were a bit slow, but you want to make a film like this slow burn so you can capitalize on the batshit crazy moments so much more that you have audiences shout at the screen like they genuinely did at my theater. It was a lot of fun. One takeaway for me was that Barker had actually explained this about filmmaking. He learned that pacing is everything, and he likes to show maximum story in one shot. And that really comes across in this film. But the absolute best part of the film was the ending. The final 10 minutes of the film were honestly and 100% genuinely perfect. I can't go into too much detail, obviously, but just know that I will be forever envious of the final shot of Obsession, including when the credits begin to roll. I kind of wanted to stand up and clap. I was quite inspired by these young filmmakers who do as great of a job as they did. Without the perfect conclusion, I would give the film a large popcorn, but the end gives it butter easily, a shit ton of butter. Obsession can easily be an anthology series that I hope comes to fruition. The director even explained that he may be interested in a sequel, but he's very curious about an anthology series where he would do the pilot and other filmmakers can do one wish of their own each episode. I highly recommend to become obsessed with Obsession in theaters right now.